What is going on, everyone? Thank you so much for hanging out for another episode of the Our Brains Hurt podcast, the premier punk rock podcast in all of these United States and probably the world and probably the solar system, wherever you listen to podcasts, up there, wherever you are. It's been a while, and we're going to talk about that for reasons that we don't even know, really. It just kind of happened this way. But it's just tonight you get Matt and I just hanging out, talking about what we've been up to the past few weeks, why there's been no episodes. Maybe we'll talk about that. I don't know if we'll talk about that. But anyway, we're back for now. Enjoy. Thank you so much for being here, the people who still are. You guys rock. Now, let's get to the show.
Well, they needed a jingle for their stupid little show, so they called up the Jasons and we said, fuck no. Then they called us again and they gave us $20 and we wrote them a song that said, your podcast sucks. Then they gave us more money and they asked us really nice and we finally gave in and we said, all right, I'll write you a song, but it's gonna be a clone of a Screeching Weasel song that we heard a while ago. So we wrote them a jingle and it sounded really rad. It was the best little jingle that their podcast ever had, but the file got corrupted and the email didn't work. Now they're stuck without a jingle singing our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. Our brains hurt, our brains hurt, our brains hurt. In a very non-copyright infringing sort of way.
Yo,
What up?
what's up, dude? Cool shirt.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I wore my one of my RKL t-shirts to work the other night because it was a night shift and I don't give a shit on night shift.
Nice.
And I was in a briefing with it was like a teleconference type thing. And like some guy in the meeting was like, what does your shirt say? I'm like, oh, here we go. It says rich kids on LSD. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, here we go. They're a band. It's a band.
Yeah. I'll be drug tested on Monday, I'm sure. First thing. Magically.
He's wearing the shirt, so he must be doing drugs.
Yeah, why else would you wear a shirt that says LSD on it unless you're fucking tripping balls?
Oh, what you got there?
I actually it's a Down East pumpkin blend cider.
Oh, wow.
And it's unfiltered, so there's like actually little floating chunks hanging out in there too.
Is that like an alcoholic cider or just like
It
a
is an
cider?
alcoholic cider, yeah. I'm drinking
Oh,
tonight.
nice.
I've one of the things we could talk about tonight is our well, specifically yours, because I think you've stopped drinking altogether, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
That's good for you, man.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we've been on it's been a while. We haven't done this in a while, and this is our first episode back.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
I mean, we could talk about. I guess let's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? How personal do you want to get this evening? Like what? Like I want to talk about Savage Remains, obviously, but I don't know if you could say much, because I'm very excited about that. And I had band practice today, and Justin was like super stoked on you guys. The probable return or definite return or what's going on?
Definite return.
Give the people something juicy.
No, we're back.
Fuck yeah.
We're writing.
Good.
I'll just say that. We've gotten together and
All four of you in the same.
Yep.
Good.
We've got our spot back. We've got it all set up.
Fuck yeah.
The
Fallout shelter is back in action.
Yeah, it's true. And it's funny too because Kurt needed a new rug for his drum, for his kit.
Yeah.
And Swinger just randomly got one from, because they have like two houses here in Fredericksburg. They made huge articles in the paper. Like the mayor came out and did like a ribbon cutting thing.
Nice.
Because they opened their second one, but it's called Her House, and they it's like recovering, like women who actually want to get their shit together after like recovering from addiction.
Hell yeah.
And it's like a cheap place for them to live. There's like beds and
there you go. Shout out Swinger and his wife, her
Yes.
house.
Yeah, there's two of them. It's pretty cool actually, and
You should get Swing around here to talk about it one day, if you would.
yeah, and they're like packed and shit. Like they have like a waiting list of people wanting to get in there. I don't know. They're
Good.
doing it. Yeah,
Good for them.
it's
That's
a
awesome.
it's cool how they run it too. I don't know like all the rules off the top of my head, but it's
Mm.
like it's not just some random place where people can go and like fuck around or whatever. Like the women there get like drug tested weekly and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And they yeah, again, in the Freelance Star down here in Fredericksburg, Virginia, huge article that explains the whole thing. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to learn more about it, just go read that. But it was on the front page and then huge on the like another big part of it on the inside too.
Awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
Man. That's cool.
Good things for the community.
Good people doing good shit.
Great.
The world needs
Yep,
more
great
of that.
things for the community actually. I shouldn't just say good things. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you guys have been in the same room together writing?
Yeah. I'm not gonna just spill everything
No,
that we're
don't.
doing
Don't. You
because
gotta,
yeah,
no.
because there we talked about this a little bit. So there's shit coming.
Good.
And yeah, like people have been busy at writing. I'll just say that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
And I know there's a lot of people out there who are excited for a show.
The blanks cannot wait to open for you guys. I will say that loud and proud.
I mean,
So,
I don't know anything about shows. Like I don't know when that'll happen, if that'll ever happen. I'm sure it will.
Yeah, I mean,
At some
I'm sure it
point,
will
but-
too. Plus, I mean, we put on the best shows in DC, so we kind of have the inside track to getting you a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Speaking of shows in DC, went and saw New Junk City last night
Nice. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
in Alexandria. That was really cool.
Oh,
This
where did they
little
play
art-
in Alexandria?
This little art gallery. Crap. Oh my God, why can I not remember the name of this place?
They're from Georgia, right? Right outside of
Oh.
Atlanta.
Oh no, I just heard. Yeah, they're from Athens, I believe,
Athens.
or they say they're from ATL, but I think they're like based out of Athens.
Mhm.
Hold on, was it Galactic Panther? Yeah, Galactic Panther.
Well, that's a badass name for anything.
Dude, they had like, yeah, I know. It was crazy though because they had like the wall behind where the bands were playing because it's not generally like a venue; it's like an art
Yeah.
gallery. But the wall behind where the bands were playing, I guess they've started having shows like somewhat recently. The wall behind where the bands play was all art that was done by like people in Devo.
No shit. Oh, well.
Yeah,
Devo.
like they're
Wow.
the band members. Yeah, and it was quite pricey.
Yeah.
And there was like a statue in there that was like more than like 10 grand. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool little art gallery.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
yeah,
And Curse Words played too, right?
Curse Words they opened.
Nice.
Curse Words, a band from the UK called the Social Club, New Junk City, and Celebration Summer from around here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard of them.
All were good.
Yeah.
New Junk City, thanks for the shout out. They threw a song out to us.
Nice.
The last song of the evening, which is Bunches, which is like my favorite song. And I'm pretty sure that Dakota remembered that I told him that like after my friend Kenny died, like that song like dropped like the same day and just like hit hard.
Yeah. Wait, what's the song called again?
Bunches.
Oh, Bunches. Yeah.
Yeah. He threw that out to us. They were like, yeah, which was super nice of them. They're nice. The nicest dudes ever, actually.
Well, I'm going to add that song into this episode because why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that song, Kenny, the guy who owned Jack Brown's Tattoo Revival around here in Fredericksburg, died in a motorcycle accident. Got hit by somebody a few years back. Yeah, and it hit Fredericksburg hard. And that song like dropped like, I swear to God, they dropped it the same day he died.
Yeah.
And it was just like that night we just like sat in the kitchen and drank and like listened to that song over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So that song will always have like a special place for me. So
that's cool.
very nice. Very nice that Dakota threw that one out to us.
Hell yeah, you guys rock, man.
They do.
New Junk Cities.
They do. They're seriously like one of my favorite bands.
I'm glad you got to see them. That's cool.
Yeah. I just ate a piece of ginger. Woo, that one got me
Oh.
good. I almost swallowed it the wrong way. That's what happened.
Ooh,
I like eating raw ginger.
it's good for
I
you.
know it's very good for you.
Yeah.
I know some people can't handle the spiciness of it, but
I've been eating raw garlic.
oh, I love that. Did that earlier
Yeah.
tonight. We
Yeah.
made our own ramen for dinner tonight and
Oh,
had
yeah.
fucking oh my god, so good. Oh yeah, but New Junk City last night. Definitely got a shirt. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's awesome. It's basically a UFO at the top of the shirt with like a beam of light coming down out of it with a person like halfway up towards the ship. And it just says
Yeah.
New Junk City at the
Oh,
top.
nice.
It's just like an alien abduction shirt. And I was like, yep.
Fuck yeah. I mean, what is more our brains hurt than New Junk City
Uh,
and an alien abduction?
I know, yeah.
It should say
bought it.
OBH on the back.
I know, right? Red bought it for me for my birthday, so that was fun.
Fuck yeah, nice. Which is coming up here soon.
Yeah, less than a month now.
Yeah. What else you been up to?
Yeah, that's Savage. That last night. Well, that was just last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Savage stuff.
Yeah.
Movie things. Filmed another movie recently.
I'm writing a script actually. I haven't told anybody that.
Me too.
Yeah. I know you are, and I'm very superstitious when it comes to. I'm really superstitious with a lot of things, which is really dumb, but I just can't at this point. It's just how it is. Like I don't like talking about shit until it's like done, but we're almost done. I'm writing a script with my brother, Scott,
That's
who's
cool.
out now. Yeah. We're probably about 2/3 of the way done with it, maybe a little more. We started back in January. It's a horror movie.
Oh.
The subject it reads like a true crime mystery thriller, but it involves Bigfoot. And the cool thing about writing with Scott, is that he's my brother, and it's cool. Like we get to hang out now, like over Zoom 2 or 3 times a week, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I get to see my nieces and nephews as they run across the back of his head while he's on a Zoom call with me. But he has a couple friends who just sold scripts to Netflix, and we're hoping and praying we love it. I'm gonna give it to you, Matt, when it's done before we send it out, just for feedback and shit.
Just to read. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want once we finish it, we're gonna send it out to people we really care about, people whose opinions we truly care about, and you're one of those people. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
within a month, within a few weeks, we should be finished definitely by the end of May, but hopefully by April. Probably not by the end of April, but probably in mid-May. I'll send it your way, and you could do a little, give me some feedback or whatever.
Sweet. Yeah. I have to do the same with mine actually. Although mine's just a short, but I think you will find it humorous.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm almost done.
We both have our creative juices flowing.
Yeah. Yep.
It just hasn't been directed at this podcast lately, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah. Shit happens. It's not
happens,
like we're gone forever.
No. And we love our fans, especially the ones who have been hounding us the past couple weeks. Richard Craddock.
Not to mention any names.
Yeah. We also did do an episode with Oz, which will drop soon. And we're going to have Hoglog, the drummer for the Queers, on soon. He's got some shit going on outside of the Queers that he wants to talk about, and he hit me up and he's like, I want to drop it on your show. I was like, all right, sweet.
Awesome.
And then he told me he would guest list me for the Queer show in Baltimore on May 9th.
Which
is your birthday.
Yeah.
I just fucking realized that. That is, yeah, so yeah.
I didn't know there was a Queer show on my birthday in Baltimore.
They're playing at Zen West in Baltimore. I don't know if they're coming. I think they're playing in Richmond too.
Who are they touring with? Do you know?
They're not touring with anybody, but they're playing a bunch of shows with the Jasons. But
Oh,
when they
nice.
play in Baltimore, they're playing with the Huntingtons and three other bands. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Paperback Tragedy, not three other bands. They're playing with the Huntingtons, Paperback Tragedy, and two other bands.
Okay.
My bad, Will West. I did not mean to do you like that.
Did you see that there is a Get Dead? Chad from Over Our Eyes gotta put a show together since Get Dead was gonna be out here,
Oh no shit, because they're playing
Camp
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been put up on social media, so but it's Get Dead, Over Our Eyes, 40 reps. I'm not sure if there's a fourth band or not, but
Oh nice.
yeah, I'm definitely trying to go to
Do
that.
you
It's
know
up
where
in
that's gonna
Maryland.
be? It's
Up
up
in
in
Maryland.
Maryland.
It's in Frederick.
Oh nice. Chad, if
Yeah.
you need a fourth band, the Blanks. Come on, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go to that. I can't remember when it is. I think it's in I think it's like later. Whenever
Yeah.
June or July or something like that. Is that right?
Awesome. Yeah, and if I mentioned this on the podcast episode that hasn't dropped yet, but since we're talking now, this is going to drop. It's dropping as you listen to it, people listening. We are doing a show. It has been confirmed, but it hasn't been announced yet. The band rhymes with Holly Knots, and it's going to be on August 2nd in DC at Pearl Street Warehouse, which is a new venue for us. It's 300 cap room, which should be fucking awesome. It's right next door to Union Stage.
Rhymes with Holly Nuts.
Raleigh Bots, something
I
like
don't
that. I don't know.
I don't know who it is.
And yeah, so it'll be a 4-band show. The Blanks, unless they hate us, should be opening. And then they're touring with somebody, I don't know who yet, and there'll be a fourth band in there. Whichever band kisses my ass the way I like my ass to be kissed between now and August 2nd. So
I mean, you got remember there are no pubes in Ron's heaven.
that's right. That is right.
Not
Somebody
that
should
that
send me Palmer's chocolate in the like as a gift from another band they don't want to see open. That'll be a good
Not
way to get me.
not, not that no pubes have anything to do with ass kissing, but just to be on the safe side.
Just
You better
on the
not.
safe side.
You better not.
Wild pubes can get in the way of ass kissing, and ass kicking. But
Yeah.
it's cool just to do a show at that new place because if it works out, it'd be awesome. It's 3 times the size, the capacity of Pie Shop. We love Pie Shop, but they were booked every weekend from April to fucking September. So
Yeah.
allegedly. So
Allegedly.
but yeah, we might have to have our inside Birdman figure that one out. But yeah, man. Writing a script is fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard, dude. It's awesome, and it's like
It's like it's only hard some of the time. Like sometimes you hit the fucking floodgates open and shit just pours out of
Yes.
you onto the paper and you're like,
yeah,
why couldn't I think of this shit yesterday?
yeah,
And then
yeah. That's
and then
totally
you'll go
true.
like a week sometimes and you're like, I can't fucking write a single word. I don't know how to write anymore. My life's over. I may
Yeah.
as well just crawl into the bathtub and die. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, writing.
I'll put like 3 hours. I'll be like, all right, tomorrow I'm writing from 12 to 2. I'm writing, and I'll sit with my pad and pen because I'm old school. I like to fucking write like with a pen, and I'll just sit there and stare. I'll be like, motherfucker. But then other times when I'm like busy, I'm like, oh. Or if I go for a run, I'll like write a scene in my head as I'm running, and then I'll be like, oh, I can't. And then I'll just run home and sweaty as fuck and just write it all down. It comes to you at weird times, man. And it's like. Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's one of the coolest things I've done. I mean, even if nothing ends up happening with it, like it's still a great experience and a crazy process.
Yeah,
But
sometimes you just gotta search for inspiration in weird places,
yeah,
Like I have a question for you right now.
Yeah.
And this may serve inspiration for me. Why is
Okay.
Jesus white?
Because white people told us he was white. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
He's not really. He can't be. Like historically, he
Yeah.
can't be.
No,
Right?
but no, but I, doing some research on this because this has been a question that's been plaguing me, and I haven't heard the acceptable answer
Yeah.
yet.
Well, take one. Hang on 1 second. While we're
Yeah.
talking about Jesus, this episode is dropping on Easter. Happy Easter. All right, now
Oh yeah.
continue.
Yeah. You're welcome.
The subject that we're talking about just came back from the dead. You're welcome. Yeah,
See
here we
that
go.
I haven't figured out the answer to this question for something that I'm writing yet, but it's going to come to me eventually. The
Why is he
perfect
white?
answer. Well, for the context, which I'm not going to
Right.
exactly say what the context is.
Yeah.
You'll have to learn what it is if you watch the short that I made.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like for inspiration or at least like an answer that I can build off of. But kind of sometimes that's how you have to write. You have to like ask questions in real life.
Oh yeah.
And eventually somebody will give you an answer where you're like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can take this somewhere." And you formulate this and and then like the floodgates will open up again and
Yeah.
you just fucking write.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to write. It's weird. Like this is. I don't know if I could explain this properly because my talking about writing, my language skills when I try to explain myself sometimes suck. But like sometimes you have to write in order to get your head in the right spot to actually write. Meaning to like all right, like we have
Yeah.
the main character in our screenplay, in our script. We just kind of we've been going at this since January. We just now realized that she should have been a detective instead of a journalist. So now we're going back and kind of rewriting some of the scenes to make it fit properly. And I was having a hard time doing that until I was like, all right, I need to just write her backstory, which isn't going into the movie. But I just had to write like 2 or 3 pages of like, all right, this is where she went to high school. She ended up going to this college for this reason. She got a rowing scholarship, blah, 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 blah. And then after writing for myself for an hour, then it opens, you know what I mean? It kind of gets shit going and you're like, all right, now this makes sense. Now I can say this, now blah, blah, blah. And it kind of like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really weird.
it caused like a butterfly effect essentially.
Yeah, it totally does. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully my characters that I'm writing don't have that much depth to them, so
But it's funny. I also like these past 3 months. I've also, whenever I watch a movie or a TV show, I'm far more focused in on the dialogue now because I'm really interested in the actual writing. I mean, obviously you pay attention to what people are saying when you watch stuff, but when you're watching it as, I'm not going to call myself a writer yet, but when you're watching it for, you know what I'm saying though, when you're watching it as something that you've been doing or trying to do. And I think I've really gotten into the Righteous Gemstones. I watched the first season years ago, and I just got back into it probably in January or February. And I'm really keyed into the writing, and it's so good, man. Like the
Yeah.
writing on that show is so good.
That's Danny McBride for you.
Yeah, and what's her name? Edie
Yeah.
Patterson or Peterson, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, Edie Patterson. Yeah, the
yeah,
chick
they're
who
like the
played
two
Judy.
main writers. Yeah,
Dude, she's hilarious. She's like pretty much she is Judy in real life.
yeah. When you said that when I talked to you last, and
Yeah.
I've watched interviews with her, and I start laughing my ass off watching interviews because it's like you're
Yeah.
watching her character like do the interviews.
She's not much different than that in real life.
Yeah.
She's basically playing a caricature of herself in the show.
Yeah. One of the funniest scenes in that whole series. I mean, there's amazing, but one of the things that killed me that I had to watch like 15 times in a row was when the three of them, the kids, it's like, Judy, why can't I think of their fucking names in this Danny McBride and the three kids.
Yeah, Kelvin,
Judy, and what's Danny McBride's name in the show?
I can't fucking remember either for some damn reason. Jesse, yeah, thank you.
When they're sitting on the couch and they're kind of like pumping each other up, and she was like, what? She's like, tell me I'll find somebody who will go down on my butthole.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes. He's like, yes, even your butthole, sis. And she's like, that's nice. And she like starts
Yeah.
crying. That's one of that's like it must have taken them so many takes to do that. It's so funny, man. Will I find
Uh,
somebody who will go down on my butthole?
yeah.
That's like a very sentimental scene. Like that's it's so good.
He, he's got that Fredericksburg humor. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah. And Baby Billy Freeman might be my favorite character in TV history.
Baby, baby Billy's Bible bonkers.
Baby Billy's Baba Bonkers. Teenjus. Teenjus. When he changed the title of the script to Teenjus, they're like, that makes no sense. Then it would just be Teen Jesus or Teen, like Teenjus. Teenjus.
That show's too good.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't watched Righteous Gemstones, you're missing out. It's a fucking brilliant show.
Yeah, on tomorrow night, actually.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Trev from the Struggling Artist Podcast, and I want to talk to you real quick about Struggling Artist Record Club. The Struggling Artist Record Club is a vinyl record subscription service where I hunt and curate the best punk and punk adjacent music out there and mail their record to your door each and every month. Imagine finding your new favorite band from across the country without ever having to leave the house. It doesn't get much better than that. The excitement of discovering new music just got that much easier. As a member of the Struggling Artist Record Club, you are going to receive some of the best music you've ever heard from bands you may never even heard of. Whether you've been collecting records for years or just starting out, the Struggling Artist Record Club is designed specifically for you. And right now, all new members get a Struggling Artist Record Club exclusive along with the monthly selection. So head to strugglingartistrecordclub.com, pick a membership, and start building that collection today.
Yeah, no, I like their what's it called, episodes when they go back the opening episode of season 4 was
Yeah, it was a Civil War episode.
Yeah, with what's his name? God damn.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper. Great episode. Really great episode. Yeah.
They threw Fredericksburg a shout out in that episode.
Yeah, that's right.
So your official answer for why Jesus is white is because white people told you he's white. Is that your official answer?
I think so. I mean, what? I mean, if you're going like, all right, so
I know how that happened, kind of, and I know when it got popularized. It was actually the white Jesus, which is what was the painting called? It's just Jesus's face, and it was painted by a dude in Chicago in the 1940s. And it seems like the white Jesus has been around a lot longer than that, and he kind of has, but it wasn't really popularized till 1940.
Yeah, I would have thought it was way longer than that.
Yeah, same. I did too. But really, I mean, it is. Because I think the first depiction of white Jesus was the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. That goes back the farthest. But Michelangelo, the last what's the one in the Sistine Chapel? Because there was the Last Supper, and then it's like is it the last or the Temptation of Christ? The Last Temptation?
I don't remember. I took our history and I fucking forget. I don't know.
But anyways, there's a conspiracy theory actually about that painting by Michelangelo, that because that was also a white Jesus, now more recent than the Da Vinci one.
Yeah.
That depiction of the white Jesus was actually in Michelangelo's secret gay lover.
Interesting.
And I think there's actually some credence to this theory. Like they're very well maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
but again, just a conspiracy theory.
The real Jesus is at least olive skinned, if not.
Oh, but I mean, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Like everyone in that part of the world was olive skinned.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the joke though. It's why. Yeah. How did Jesus turn into a white dude?
Right.
Like
Because the real Jesus lived in Ohio.
He
That's
said,
why.
"Fuck this desert," and he moved to Florida, and he retired on the
Yeah.
intercostal, you know. And
Yep. After selling his roofing business.
yeah, when we left the old world and came over here, we brought him with us.
No, he walked, dude. He walked on the Atlantic
Oh, he
Ocean.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I forgot about that.
Or he ran like the Flash, because that's how fast he can run. Like Flash Gordon. But if he lived in Florida, he'd be very tan.
Well, no, but he stays in the shade.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Florida man.
Stay in the
He's Florida man
shade.
now.
Shaded Florida man.
Yeah. He built the cabin in the Everglades.
Yeah, he also built the first Waffle House, which was only Jesus biscuits.
The first Waffle House. No wonder you keep going back to those things.
Yeah, yeah. That's why IHOP made their places look like churches. They were trying to compete.
No, this makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, we figured it out.
I
You're
read
welcome.
this.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah, it was the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Book of Enoch, when they found all that stuff. It was
Yeah.
all in there.
Yeah,
It's in those 13 years that are missing, from Jesus' life in the Bible. It was during the time jump. He
yeah. He walked
He
to
came
Florida
over
and
to
opened the
America.
first Waffle House.
he built the first Waffle House.
It was called Jesus's Waffle House, but then they just shortened it.
Teenjus house.
Teenjus. Teenjus's Waffle House.
Yeah. But see, I have to answer this question because that's something that's where I'm stuck writing right now.
Oh, why is he white?
Yeah. 'Cause I need a very specific answer for this. I just don't know what that very specific answer is just yet. It's fucked up because it's like I have this whole short written, or at least like the first like 3/4 of it written.
Yeah.
And then I have like an ending written.
Yeah.
And I have this like middle part. It's
Right.
like more towards the second half that like I have to like fit into place.
Right. And
Because
it's all
it
hinging
happens
on the
like that.
answer.
Yeah, because I know what the answer and the end is.
Yeah.
Like I know how it's gonna end, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we
There's
have
just,
our
like-
ending for our script already done too. And we're kind
Yeah.
of, we're about to we're like 2/3 of the way. We have the ending and we're just kind of working our way to it now.
I'm also gonna direct this and act in it and
Nice.
make it. Yeah. Thankfully I don't think I'm gonna have to edit it. I know a couple people.
Cool.
Yeah. That love to edit. So
That's probably the
Sure.
biggest pain in the ass too, is editing. I would
But I got a
guess.
guy. I got a guy.
You got a guy. That's all you
I
need.
can do all the rest of the stuff, and I can do
Yeah.
all the rest of the stuff pretty well. But editing, it's not my thing. So I got a guy.
Nice.
Yeah, and a good one at that. A buddy that I've done video projects with before, and he's quite the editor. He really is.
Well, if Yahweh Shakes needs to make a cameo, just let me know.
Oh my God, yeah. I told you, remember it? Like, there's
For people listening, this will make sense to you in a week or two.
yeah, Yahweh shakes. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, because there's a thing in this where like the short is when we recorded that other episode, I think I maybe even talked about this a little bit, but
A little bit, yeah.
I mean the short is like Jesus on the cross
Yeah.
and the last two Roman soldiers. So there could possibly be other people on crosses out there in this field, and maybe the Don himself, Yahweh Shakes,
Yahweh Shakes. Hell yeah.
is out there in a toga too.
Yep. Fuck yeah. With my pinky
there.
ring.
Yeah, up there with like the gangster he is.
I'll have my nice sunglasses on and my
Yeah.
pinky ring, but
Yes. Yeah. See,
yeah.
you get it's a big gold chain.
Mhm.
We'll rub you down with olive oil.
I'll have my gold chain as to what's happening at that moment. Jesus on a cross.
That's what we get. You could just be like kind of in the background, and there'll be like a couple like I don't know helpers or your helpers or
Yeah.
just like you're up there, but they're still like near you, like rubbing you down with oil.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
And then the Roman soldiers have to come up and shoo them away. And they go running off like little golems.
They're trying to massage my feet to keep me comfortable.
Yeah, I think we've got something.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, my acting debut. Yahweh shakes.
Yahweh shakes. I can't believe I forgot about that.
And the cult of OBH is born.
Oh my God, that's right. We're starting a cult.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've said too much.
You've said too much, but that's okay. The people need to be ready.
Disregard.
Get your Nikes. Yeah.
Your wives are safe for now.
For now.
It just seems like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like the gang starts a cult. I think that's an actual episode in that show, actually.
It should be if it's not. It definitely should be.
I'm pretty
but-
sure it is. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it is.
No, that's one of the best shows. I haven't seen it in so long.
I've been loosely rewatching it like with Red over the past couple months. Like,
Yeah.
oh God, the McPoyles.
Oh, those are my favorite characters. But when especially when he gets the eye patch with the fake eye,
Yeah.
it's the creepiest fucking thing. Yeah. I got into really watching like the blooper reels from that show, and they just fucking crack me up because McPoyle, the main McPoyle, what's his name? The one with the eye patch. But like when they do the blooper reels, like he is like he might be the funniest one out of all of them because he fucking every time he opens his mouth, everybody loses their shit and they have to cut. It's just,
Yeah. Yeah, that dude got
he's been in
that
a lot
role.
of shit. A lot of shit. He's been in a lot of movies too, that dude.
But he got that role because actually his break in Hollywood was he was actually on Letterman, and he was supposed to just be a one-off character for one of David Letterman's things at late night,
Oh,
and
really?
he came out as Lyle the intern.
Oh,
And
really?
then
I
he
didn't
kept
know
coming back as Lyle the intern, and they had this whole thing for a little while, and
Oh,
then he
that's
started
funny.
then he started getting roles in movies and shit. But obviously he wasn't actually an intern; he was just an
Right,
actor,
right.
and they were doing a bit. But apparently, Dave Letterman loved him so much and thought he was fucking hilarious that he kept doing it,
that. That's awesome.
and then became a reoccurring character. Yeah.
Did you ever see when Danny McBride was first on Conan?
Maybe not. Maybe I might have. I might. I've watched a lot of interviews by him on YouTube, old and new.
Yeah, so he recently did Conan's podcast because
Yeah,
he was doing a bunch
I
of the
saw that.
podcast circuits for and they talked about the first time he was ever on Conan. Somebody, I forget who, maybe it was, it might have been Will Ferrell or somebody contacted Conan and was like, "Hey, this guy Danny McBride, you have to have him on your show. He's fucking hilarious." Because he had just put something out. He was an actor in some movie that I never saw it, but it was one of his first films.
The foot fist way, maybe that was his first
yes,
film. Yeah,
because when he went on Conan, he went on Conan as a karate instructor.
yeah, yeah, because he is in the movie.
Yeah, and the bit was that he was just a karate instructor, that he wasn't an actor, and he was going to perform. He had like a group of kids that he instructs in North Carolina, and they were going to be on the show doing like stupid pet tricks type shit, but it was the kids doing karate. And the whole bit was like, we're not going to let the crowd know that you're an actual actor. You're just going to be here as a karate instructor from North Carolina. And during the so that he interviews him on the couch, on the chair or whatever, and it's really funny. He's like, it's really funny. But then he does his thing, and all the kids come out, and he's like instructing the kids, and he starts yelling at them because they keep fucking up. And he's being like a real asshole to all the little kids, and the kids end up like running off crying, and he ends up like cursing and just walking off the set. And Conan still doesn't say anything. The whole crowd thinks that this dude is here like abusing these kids. And Conan said when they cut to commercial, Conan's like, I guess because when they go to commercial, Conan does kind of like a stand-up type thing for the audience or whatever. And Conan was like, there was two like 20-something-year-olds in the front row. And once you ran off after those kids and we cut to commercial, those two dudes were like, Conan, what the fuck? Like they were all like, and the whole crowd was like mortified. And Conan kept playing along. Conan was like, I don't know, man. We contacted him. We don't know who this guy is. But it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
it's really funny. Midnight till 4 a.m. on FXX. They used to have reruns of It's Always Sunny, and I used to watch it at work when I was on night shift because we get FXX at work. But they haven't been playing it these past few months. It's been like King of the Hill, which is also a really good show. I think it's very underrated. But
definitely underrated.
Yeah, it's the King of the Hill with the writing. I mean, well, it's what's his name? So it's
Mike Judge.
Yeah, that's a very underrated fucking show right there. But yeah, FXX usually plays it used to be either It's Always Sunny or Archer, which are like two of my favorite fucking shows. And it's funny watching Archer when you're working nights at an intelligence agency. You're slapping your ass off at the fucking. It's like, oh, this real thing isn't that far from Archer. It's scary and funny at the same time. Has your work or anything been affected by the recent shit?
No.
Cutbacks and everything? All right, good.
I mean, yeah, like yes and no.
Yeah.
Not by anything that's going on. Just with the change of things. I don't know. And I don't mean the president specifically or their administration, right. but like the higher ups within organizations definitely made spite moves on their way out, which kind of seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like weird and vindictive.
Yeah,
it was like, why are you making spite moves towards everybody below you? Like,
yeah, it's fucked up.
We're not the fucking people you should be pissed at.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm actually less worried about those people now and more worried about AI.
Yeah.
You want to hear some funny shit about AI?
Yes.
So, Jeremy, or Swinger, if you will, guitarist in my band, he decided that he wanted to do some cool things band-wise. For us, like pushing forward. So he bought a month of premium Chat GPT.
Okay.
And he asked it if it knew how to or could make if he uploaded all our lyrics and videos and pictures and just songs, like everything, if it could make us a visual choose your own adventure game.
Yeah.
And it said yes. And it said it would be able to do this, and it would probably take about a day for it to do it. And then after a day, it told us, well, tonight, it'll be 100% done by tonight. And it was giving us a rundown of all the things it was doing, and it sounded really cool.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't done by the night. And then the next day it was like, okay, well, this is taking longer than expected. But I've done this and this and this and this. These are all the things that are finished. And it was listing off these really cool things. And it was like,
but who's listing this off? Who's telling you this? Is this AI?
Yeah. Chat
Okay.
GPT.
Okay. I've never used ChatGPT before.
The
So okay.
robots, the Terminators. Well, I
Oh,
mean,
the term.
this is Jeremy doing it, but he
All
was
right.
like
Yeah.
sending us screenshots of stuff,
Yeah.
because you have conversations with it. It's crazy. But then like the next day after that or something, it still wasn't done. It was like 3 or 4 days in. It gets to a point where it's like 3 or 4 days in, and it basically like tells us now that it's going to also make us a video for War Boys based off of like some live stuff, and it said it's like matching up, shots to the song and the video, and it's I don't know, it's just telling us what it's going to do and how it's going to create all these
Yeah.
things. The game sounds cool. Choose your own adventure thing sounds really fucking
Hell
cool.
yeah. I loved those
Uh,
books when I was a kid. The Choose Your Own Adventure books. Those are
yeah,
fucking badass. Yeah.
yeah. So we were like, yeah, who knows what's going to happen with this, but at very least we'll have something that we can tool around with ourselves and tweak, and you know, it's just fun to play around with. If it never is anything, it never is anything, but it's fun to play around with it. Well, then, like, if basically like a week passes, and it keeps telling us the next day it's going to be done, and then that day it's like, well, it's going to take longer than expected, so it's going to be tomorrow. So it keeps like telling us tomorrow, 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 and then like week passes, and then with the video thing that it told us it was going to start like about halfway through or something, it's like, okay, well the video is proving to be too hard. I can't do it. But I can give you everything that you've got here and give you a list of like exactly the steps of what to do and what programs to use and how to go about making this video. And then, but it's like, but I got you with the game. It'll be done tomorrow. And then the next day, it said the same thing about the game. It's like, I can't do it. It's too hard.
That's funny.
But I can list a step-by-step process of how you can do it. And I was like, fuck, man, like, the Terminators are already getting manipulative and lazy.
Yeah.
This does not bode well for when they become smarter than us as
Yes,
well.
it does not. That's hilarious. So you never got anything?
No, nothing. But we got a step-by-step process of how to do it ourselves. I think I think Jeremy is actually going to try to do one of them using the steps because that's what he was like, this is the only reason I was telling you to do this, Chat GPT, because I don't have the fucking time to do this.
Right.
Like, I have a full-time job and a family.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do a band on the side. Like, I could use some fucking
Wow.
some help with other, entities that know how to do things like this. But he was like, fuck it. It'll just take time.
Yeah.
He's like, but I'll see what I can do. See what it says to use and see if it works. So fuck it. Why not?
Even AI, when it becomes more people like, it becomes lazy as fuck.
Yeah,
That's funny as shit.
it's already
Yeah.
it gaslit us, essentially.
It totally did. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Man.
I was like, fuck, this thing really is learning from humans.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like, wait, I
We're
could do
so
nothing and
fucked.
still get paid? Yeah, fuck yeah.
We're so fucked.
Yeah.
I know if I was a robot and got treated like humans probably treat robots. I've never seen anybody be mean to a robot, but
I think in Philadelphia, didn't they destroy that one robot that was trying to like walk across the country or some shit? Wasn't there a robot?
I mean, if it was going to happen in a place, Philadelphia is the place that's going to happen. That's for sure. So I feel like this is true.
I'm almost positive. I'm gonna look this up. There was a robot. Hang on, let me look this up because it was doing something.
No. You don't need to look it up. If you're telling me that happened in Philadelphia, that's true. That's too much of a coincidence for that to not.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a funny headline. Ready? It's called Hitchbot. Okay, he was a hitchhiking robot. Listen to this one.
Who thought this was a good idea?
This is the best one-liner ever. Hitchbot was found this weekend in Philadelphia, not yet having made it off the East Coast. His head was decapitated and his arms were ripped off.
This can't be real. Is this real?
This is real. Hitchbot's trip came to an end last night in Philadelphia after having spent a little over 2 weeks hitchhiking and visiting sites in Boston. Let's see. He was supposed to hitchhike around the world or some shit. After visiting sites in Boston, Salem, Gloucester, Marblehead, and New York City, it even made it through New York City. The Hitchbot family said on his website, unfortunately, Hitchbot was vandalized overnight in Philadelphia. They took his
Hitchbot.
head off.
See, like, but this is the it's not the fact that Hitchbot was murdered or decapitated that's gonna be the end of like humans and robots being civil. It's the language they used in there. You watch because
Yeah,
they're like Hitchbot was vandalized,
that's right. Yeah,
like
yeah,
not attacked,
right. Yeah, like it's
not
like,
murdered. He was vandalized.
yeah, yeah. It's like John Wayne Gacy's victims were vandalized.
Yeah, yeah.
They were vandalized and placed neatly underneath his house.
Oh, I'm 100% gonna start saying that now.
Yeah,
Somebody says somebody was attacked or murdered. I'm gonna be like, they were
Yeah.
vandalized.
he was vandalized. Damn,
Just like Hitchbot.
he was vandalized to the point of not breathing. That's crazy,
This reminds me of Hitchbot.
dude. Hitchbot. When was that? I remember reading that and laughing my ass off, and I forget.
Yeah, that was over before it started.
It's the most Philadelphia headline ever.
But not only just the Philadelphia part, but as soon as you said Hitchbot, in my brain, as soon as I hear Hitchbot, immediately my brain is like, "Ooh, this is not a good idea." That Hitchbot is that's grounds for abduction or molestation or something. Like, you can't just call something Hitchbot and not expect it to get abducted. Like,
Yeah, there's a picture of it. He's sitting on a duck statue, and it says Hitchbot, the hitchhiking robot, beheaded in the U.S.
the war was over before it had begun.
Oh, he made it all the way across Canada, Netherlands, and Germany, and made it through Boston and New
Of course
York.
he did. As soon as he got to Philly, that was it.
The Germans did even behead that motherfucker. The Germans, you know, history people, the Germans. Hitchbot made it out of fucking Germany with some schnitzel, and then he gets beheaded in fucking Philly.
Of course he did. Why did they send it to Philadelphia?
Man, come on,
Why
Philly.
did they
What the
think
fuck,
Philadelphia was a good place to send this thing?
dude? Never forget Hitchbot.
It's the city where preemptively before any sports championship they play, and they grease the light poles.
Yeah,
Like,
the city of brotherly love.
why did they think sending Hitchbot?
The Hitchbot family said on its website, unfortunately, this is so funny, dude. The Hitchbot family, I guess it was whoever put this thing together. This is what they said on their website. This is a quote. Unfortunately, Hitchbot was vandalized overnight in Philadelphia. Sometimes bad things happen to good robots.
No.
Oh, fucking. It
Oh,
was quite a setback, and we didn't really expect it.
It was quite a setback.
We were spoiled by the kindness of other people who had looked after Hitchbot. Welcome to Philly, bitch.
We're spoiled.
That's so fucking funny.
We were spoiled by Hitchbot having a head, so we sent it to Philly. Problem solved.
Indeed, until Philadelphia, Hitchbot had led a charmed existence.
Yeah, that's what they say about Philadelphia.
Oh man, there's pictures of him everywhere, everywhere.
missing Hitchbot.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Hell yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, so we're back. We're here. We're putting out episodes. We have another one in the hopper. We have another one.
Cool.
Sweet, man. Otherwise, other than that, we'll talk on Friday.
Cool. Sound good.
All right, man.
All right, dude.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Later.
Bye.
How do I do this shit? I can still hear you. So what do I have to press? Close.